Hello, gamers of all ages. Welcome to IGN Live at E3 2013. I'm Naomi Kyle, and for the next few hours, we're going to stream exclusive game demos and interviews straight from the show floor. If you missed yesterday's demos or just want to know the full schedule, head on over to e3.ign.com or YouTube/E3. Okay, we have an awesome day set up for you. We're starting with a block of EA games, and then later, we'll get to a little Watch Dogs, and then after, we'll have some Nintendo goodness. But first, let's head straight to the battlefield. It's time for Battlefield 4.
For everybody thinking, who the hell's this guy? I'm Jesse, IGN Benelux, IGN Global Domination. IGN Benelux thinking, what the hell Benelux? Think Amsterdam, think Sweden. Patrick Bach from DICE, welcome here. Battlefield 4, the first in, what was it, March, we saw the single player.
Yes.
E3 is all about multiplayer. Tell me.
Well, what can I say? Battlefield has always been about multiplayer, so of course we want to come here and show something amazing. We had our 64-player reveal at the EA press conference, and now on the show floor we're showing a new map called Siege on Shanghai, which is a big urban map with everything that Battlefield can give you.
You say big, but it's enormous.
Yes.
Why specifically show this map?
I think it showcased a lot of new features in Battlefield 4. It has a lot of new, of course that's the Chinese army, which is of course new. It's showcasing a lot of the new dynamic Battlefield, which we call Levolution, which is all about the dynamic environments that are player driven. It's small things like metal detectors, car alarms going off where you can spot people that react to your every move, but also bigger things like destruction of buildings, destruction of walls, and then up to the big finale that you've seen in the demo, which is a full skyscraper falling down that is completely player driven. So it's the players that actually causes these things. And after the skyscraper has fallen, the whole map changes because there's this big dust cloud that covers the map. So the whole environment changes, so the pilots will have a problem flying and snipers will have a shorter view distance, etc.
So you've got the big destruction with
Yes.
the big skyscraper,
Yes.
but I also saw some small destruction where you shoot the glass from beneath the enemies. Are there a lot of small things like that in the game?
Yeah, destructibility is enhanced quite a bit in BF4, and talking about Levolution, how things evolve, we want players to be able to play around with the environment. You can see, we just blew a hole in the ground here and the tank fell down, so we used destruction to create a trap for a tank, which is very cool because tanks are really hard to take out, so you need to find a good way to do that. You can also see new features like we now have a 5-man squad rather than a 4-man squad, so 5 people in the squad now, which is cool. We have alternative optics on the gun, you have canted sights, small things like that. And of course on the next-gen platforms we go full 64 players, 60 FPS.
And then there's the commander.
Of course.
We saw it already in Battlefield 2, I think.
Yes.
And in one of the demos I saw a sweet Swedish girl sitting in a coffee bar with her tablet. Is it able to play from all over the world?
Yes, of course. The commander is both on the main client, of course, but also a part of the mobile application. So you could use Android or iOS devices to play commander.
And when you play with your tablet, the gunships are coming in.
Yes, of course. You have a lot of cool toys to play with as a commander. Gunships is one thing, you have UAVs, you have Tomahawks, you have a lot of cool stuff that are very offensive. And also, there's a lot of strategy in the commander mode where you actually use the guys on the ground to win against the other commanders. It's kind of like a game of chess, but with real players.
So, Battlefield has always been about multiplayer.
Yes.
A lot of the gamers say, okay, I play the single player, but multiplayer is what I do it for. How hard is it to keep those guys satisfied with number 4?
It's always hard to keep players satisfied because we want Battlefield to be the best shooter experience you can have with something for everyone. If you like sniping, if you like assault, if you like tanks, if you like helicopters, there's something for you to do. And also then the team play aspect of Battlefield is of course something that's very important. So what we're doing is we're trying to, of course, listen to the community, fix all the things that we get fed back from the community, but then also add innovation and new things that we at DICE want to give the game. And hopefully, when all of those things come together, you have a game that everyone likes and everyone loves.
You talked about the helicopter. We saw him in the demo.
Yes.
I don't want to tell this, but it was impossible for me in Battlefield 3 to steer the helicopter.
Okay.
I couldn't manage to do it. Is it going to be a little bit simpler now?
I wouldn't call it simpler. It will be better because we're improving all the vehicle controls. But we're also making sure that everyone has a chance to learn how to use everything. But I won't go too deep into that right now.
And helicopters again,
Yeah.
Battlefield vehicles, of course. Are we going to see new vehicles in the game?
Of course. It's a Battlefield game. You need new vehicles, right? New guns, new vehicles. Of course, we're adding the Chinese armies. You get a full range of new vehicles, but we're also updating the US and the Russian army to give them new toys to play with.
We're talking multiplayer now. Little step back to single player. I have to say, the Bonnie Tyler thing was amazing. Did you come up with that?
No, I didn't come up with that. No, I'm just a part of a big team. You know, we have extremely creative people working at DICE. So what we do is we try to actually use the best ideas from everyone. We don't have a creative hierarchy like that. So everyone is trying to make the best Battlefield game. So we try to pick and choose the best ideas to create that experience. So I don't remember who came up with the Bonnie Tyler track, but it's probably one of the guys in the single player team.
One of the quotes is Levolution.
Yeah.
The other one is only in Battlefield.
Yeah.
This is your chance. Tell us, what can we find only in Battlefield?
There's actually quite a lot that is only available in Battlefield, which is still amazing since the franchise has been around for quite some time. You can see some of the unique moments that happens in Battlefield in the demo that we saw. Just going from a tight indoor fight in an urban environment down in a subway, then moving up on the streets, then onto the water, into a skyscraper, taking the elevator to the sky bar, having a huge fight up there, and then bailing the building, pulling your parachute as you're seeing the building falling down. That, I would say, is only possible in Battlefield.
Also in Battlefield, the 4 classes. I've always wondered, do you have any idea what class is the most popular?
This is interesting.
I'm always the dirty sniper.
We often get this feedback that people claim that one or the other class is more popular, and it's overpowered, everyone's playing like this or playing like that. But we're looking at data all the time as we're building the game and looking at BF3, for instance. The classes, I think, had a percentage of 24, 26, 24, 26 in percent, which means that it's almost perfectly divided between the 4 classes. So we can see that the classes are quite well balanced in BF3, but of course we're doing some changes to the classes, moving things around a bit and making sure that they're even tighter and even cooler to play with.
At EA press conference, you showed the amazing 64 players on stage.
Yes.
That's only next gen, right?
That's for PC and the next gen consoles, yes. The current gen consoles still, we want to keep the destruction and the vehicles and everything, so we need to keep that down to 24 players.
Okay, and now we've seen single player, we've seen multiplayer. What will be the next step for you to bring us some more information? When are we going to get some more?
I hope very, very soon, because the game is very, very big. What we're seeing here is only a small snippet of the game, so we have a lot of information to give out. So I'm hoping very, very soon.
And you've got a setup here on the booth with 64 players also, so that's like hundreds of gamers every day coming in. Have you got some feedback already that you can use for the next step?
Yes, actually, we're early in still. It's pre-alpha software we're looking at, so we still have a lot of opportunity to change and add things. We're getting great feedback from the people on the show floor with smaller and bigger things that we can actually add back into the game. So to us, this is a very, very good way of testing the game on real Battlefield players.
So we got the Shanghai level still showing. The main objective is to take down the tower.
Well, it's actually not the objective on the map. The objective is, since we're playing Conquest, the objective is to, of course, hold and take control of the control points. One of them is on top of this building. The enemy choose to take the building down to get to the control point. When the building actually collapses, the control point is then down on the ground in the pile of rubble that is left from the building. So this is a part of the Levolution concept where actually flags are also dynamic, so they can go from a top level position to down on the ground, which is very, very cool. So it changes the whole game.
Sounds amazing to me. I play Battlefield 3 a lot, so I can't wait to do number 4. I think US gamers get it a day earlier than the European gamers.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
End of October, beginning of November. Battlefield 4, go and play it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And back to Naomi.
Thanks a lot, Jesse. And for you guys, how did Battlefield look to you? Tweet at IGN with the hashtag E32013. And that's it. Easy peasy. All right, the day is just getting started, so stay tuned for looks at Command & Conquer and Need for Speed. We'll see you back really soon.